Hi there, students. Scrooge was a character invented by Charles Dickens in A Christmas Carol. Now, Scrooge was a miser. He hoarded, he kept his money, and he spent as little as possible. He was always penurious when it came to spending money, and very parsimonious about letting people have time off. He was very ungenerous. He was certainly niggardly with the pay that he gave people, and he might say that he was frugal, but I think he was more than frugal. He was just mean. He was always penny pinching, trying to save pennies here and there and not willing to spend money. He was tight-fisted, as you could say, informally. Means he didn't like to open his hand to spend money. He was stingy, ungenerous. He didn't want to use resources or money. Now that was Scrooge. So you can call someone a Scrooge. You could say that somebody is penurious. They are in penury. They live penuriously. So this has two meanings. I think the principal meaning of penury is being very poor, living in a state of poverty and never having enough money. But we can also use penurious, meaning unwilling to spend money. So as I said, Scrooge was very penurious about the way he paid his employees. This penurious person. Notice penurious is a formal word. This is a good word when you're writing. The noun is penury and the adverb is penuriously. Most commonly it means poor, but we can also use it to mean not willing to spend money. Parsimonious. Unwilling to spend money or use resources. Parsimoniously, an adverb, and parsimony, the noun. Notice as well, parsimonious is very formal again. It's a formal word, good for your writings. So the government are pretty parsimonious about spending money on the unemployed, for example. Parsimony comes from Latin, meaning to be sparing, not to use a lot, to use the very, very minimum. He used his resources parsimoniously. By the way, I didn't give you the origin of penurious. Penurious as well comes from Latin. It means a need, a scarcity, and in English, of money. The next word is niggardly. If somebody is niggardly, they are ungenerous. They're not generous with money. They give a very small amount. Now we can use niggardly to talk about something that's insufficient. It's not enough. And also, niggardly is when the money is given but not willingly, grudgingly. Notice as well, niggardly is an adjective. It's an adjective ending in ly. So the adverb would be in a niggardly way. And we could also have as an adjective niggard as well. So he paid me a niggardly amount of money, very meagre, very small amount, a mean amount. He offered me a niggardly amount of money for the vegetables that I was selling. Notice with niggardly as well, the person is spending the money, but they're not happy about it. They're unwilling. They don't really want to. Now, the origin of this word is interesting. Apparently, it comes from Norse, from Scandinavia, from our Scandinavian brethren. It comes from a word niggla, which means to make a fuss about small or important matters. Yeah? Okay, so to be nitpicking, if you like. Okay, so niggardly, not generous with money, a very small amount, an ungenerous amount, and given under protest. Yeah, not given happily. Okay, the next word, yeah, niggardly. Niggardly is definitely a formal word as well. It's not very formal, maybe a 6 out of 10 on formality, but good for your writing as well. Okay, frugal. If you're frugal, this is an adjective with a positive meaning. Yeah, you are sparing and economic. You don't waste. You use the minimum amount necessary. Yeah, he is frugal with his money. He uses it economically, but he's not niggardly with it. He's not Scrooge-like. Yeah, so if you are frugal, you're using the minimum necessary. Okay, so sparing and economic, particularly with food or money. Notice you can also use frugal to mean just simple or plain, with no embellishments, with no adornment. So we had a frugal meal of bread and cheese. Yeah? Okay, something cheap and basic. Okay, frugal, an adjective. Frugally, the adverb. Now this word frugal comes from Latin, frugi, meaning economical or thrifty. Yeah? Okay, and remember this word's not negative. Formality, maybe ever so slightly formal. 5.5 on your formality scale. You could use it when speaking and both writing. Okay, the next word here on my list is mean. Okay, mean has many meanings. But if a person is described as mean, they are not generous. They're unwilling to share, especially with money. Okay? Meanness, the noun. Meanly, the adverb. Yeah? So, he's very mean with his money. He doesn't spend it easily. He's not generous. Come on, don't be mean. Give me some of your money. Yeah? Okay. Penny pinching. Okay, if you are described as penny pinching, then it means you're not generous. You're not willing to spend money. With this word, I get the idea of you are pinching, stealing, or taking pennies back. You're saving each penny. Yeah? So things cost you a penny less and then you're really happy. Okay? A penny pincher is a person who is ungenerous. So Scrooge was a penny pincher, trying to save a penny here and a penny here and a penny there at every occasion. Also, we could even use this as a verb, to penny pinch. So the government is penny pinching with the project that they have started. Yeah? My boss is a penny pincher and he's going through the budget penny pinching, trying to reduce costs, the tiniest bit here and the tiniest bit there. But penny pinching is a criticism. It's saying he's going over the top, he's going too far. Okay, the next word is miserly. A miser. Scrooge was a miser. Yeah, a miser is somebody who keeps their money and they spend as little as possible. That's the person. Miserly. Notice miserly again is an adjective. So if you want to make the adverb, in a miserly way. He spends his money in a miserly way. He's always hoarding it and keeping it. Okay, the origin of this again is from Latin. It's from the word miserable, meaning wretched or in a horrible situation. Okay, and the miser. Yeah, a miser's neutral English. You can use it anywhere. Okay, the next phrase I really like, tight-fisted. So this is a fist. So his fingers are clenched, held tight to his money. So he doesn't release his money easily. This is a very informal phrase, yeah? My tight-fisted uncle refused to lend me a fiver. Come on, don't be so tight-fisted. Don't be so mean, yeah? Don't be so penny-pinching. I think the penny-pinching reducing costs, the tight-fisted spending grudgingly, spending unwillingly, yeah? Okay, he's so tight-fisted, he reuses his toilet paper. And then the last word, stingy. Okay, stingy just means not generous. So we had a very stingy portion of meat with our lunch. Okay, he's very stingy with his money. Yeah, stingy again, most normally with money or sometimes food. And stingy, this is an informal word that you want to use when you're speaking. Yeah, this isn't something I would want to write in a formal essay. Maybe 4 or even 3.5 on a formality scale. Okay, so don't be so stingy and tight-fisted. Stop penny pinching, yeah? Stop being a niggardly miser. Okay, notice the difference in formalities there as well. So, don't be a Scrooge, yeah? Don't be tight-fisted. Be generous, not stingy. He was a miser who was always penny pinching because he was mean. He said that he was frugal, a positive word, but I think he was a lot more than frugal. I think he was niggardly. He spent his money the very little and gave the very minimum possible. Yeah, he was very parsimonious with his money, and he always pretended to be penurious and spent his money penuriously. Remember, penurious meaning poor or living in poverty, and we can have the other meaning, unwilling to spend money. So, penurious, poor, unwilling to spend money, formal word. Parsimonious, unwilling to use money or resources, formal. Niggardly, ungenerous with money, a very small and mean amount, a formal word again. Frugal, this is positive. I think maybe frugal just a little bit formal, meaning to save as much as possible, not to go over the top with spending. Penny pinching, much more informal, saving pennies here and there and not being generous and not willing to spend money. A miser getting all his money and spending as little as possible is miserly. Yeah? He's so tight-fisted he never buys his round of drinks. Yeah? Okay, informal again. And he's really stingy. He's not generous. Yeah? He's just a Scrooge. So anyway, there you go. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Penurious, parsimonious, niggardly, frugal, mean, penny pinching, miserly, tight-fisted, stingy, and a Scrooge or Scrooge-like. 10 words for you. Bye for now.